Welcome to the crazy house. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I didn't do an intro and I have not done an outro, and it's time for me to edit this video. I'm in my pajamas, my hair is up and it's crazy. Would y'all see my hair up in pajamas crazy all the time? My eyes are very red because my contacts made my eyes very dry. I don't know what in the world was just happening. But anyway, I'm going to tell you what we had for dinner this week, and then well, I'll probably just show y'all while I'm doing it. I don't know yet. We'll see whenever I edit. But here's the menu. The first night we had burgers and chips and sausage on the grill. The chips weren't on the grill, but anyway, we had burgers and chips and sausage. The next night we had turkey and dressing. It was a turkey roast. I've never had one of those before. Honestly, it was okay, but I probably would never buy one, even though I did get this one for free. Not complaining. It was good, but it just didn't have that same flavor as a bone-in kind of thing. And yeah, so don't know if I'll do that again. So the next night we had pulled pork and baked potatoes. The pulled pork was one that, or part of one that Jeff had smoked earlier, and we divided it into 3 and put part of it into the freezer. And then the next night we had spaghetti and garlic bread and just simple stuff like that. The next night I did show y'all a little bit of what I was making, or actually the next 2 nights, so you will see that now. Today I am supposed to be making the sweet chili chops from Moss Family TV that Fallon makes, but they're supposed to be cooked on the grill. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm just not going to do it. Corn on the cob was supposed to be eaten as well with this, but I don't want to do that either because it had to be on the grill. At least that's the way we like it. So I'm going to try to cook them in the kitchen in skillets. Now I don't know how it's going to turn out. I will see. But I printed off a recipe. I'm going to still be using the same recipe she uses. The only difference is the cooking method. We're having rice pilaf and green beans instead of corn on the cob and rice. Now, you're supposed to have sweet chili sauce and ketchup and honey, which I have honey over here in my little honey jar. And yes, it has partially crystallized, but that's okay. And Selena wants hers a little spicier, so I'm using gochujang with it, however you say that, gochujang. Anyway, it's a Korean style, hot, sweet, spicy, yummy stuff, but it's not what I want on mine. So hers will be separate toward the end. I will do hers. I'll just make sure that I'll keep hers on one side of the pan and mine and Jeff's will be on the other, and Noah's is going to be over there. Doing this in the microwave. Doing this in the microwave because, honestly, I have another one of my headaches. And I think I figured it out. It's a mixture of blood pressure problems, probably because I'm in pain because of my back, and also because of allergies. Because whenever I rest my back more, my head does not hurt as bad. My blood pressure doesn't feel like it's up. Plus, I have been checking my blood pressure, so I know that it's been up. Now, I'm not showing you my face. I'm only showing you these things because I just showered and I have a towel on my head. And honestly, I really don't care if you see me that way, but I just don't feel like it today. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started and kind of record it, hopefully. Hopefully it'll work. Now, you would normally salt and pepper these and stick them on the grill, but because I'm not putting them in on the grill, I'm going to, that is the wrong eye. Woo, boy, that would have been a mess. I would have been cooking them in plastic. But anyway, since I'm not doing them on the grill, I'm just going to do it this way. And grab some olive oil. I need to refill this. I am pouring it wrong. Boy, yeah, today is not the day to do this backwards and wrong. And I'm not going to have enough oil for both of them, I don't think. Nope. But I do have some avocado oil over here. And we don't care. We don't mind either one of them. Oh, let me turn it on so I can get some out. Either one of them works good for us. We're fine with either one of them. But, as I said, I'm going to season Noah's as I normally would whenever I season our pork chops. And I'm going to season ours the way it says on the recipe. And no, this is not me trying to show you how to do a recipe. I am just trying to make this video a little bit more interesting. I don't know. But I always, whenever I am doing, well, not always, but most of the time, whenever I am cooking meats, I will season the pan. And I know you guys have probably seen that. This is pepper. A lot of times I use, see, it's pepper. A lot of times I use my grinder. But Jeff got me these cute little salt and pepper shakers. And ever since he has, I've been using them more. Whenever I'm over here. But, you know, to each his own. Use whichever one you want. It's fine. So I'm going to put one over here for Noah, and the other 3 I'm going to put in here. Then I'm going to wash my hands and season the other side. Fallon instructs you to make the sauce before, but as you can see, I didn't do that because I don't know why. I just didn't. I have no reason why, but I just didn't. And I'm telling y'all, this right here, this Sazonador, I don't know how to say it. Sazonador, I call it Sazon seasoning, this Goya, so good. It's got herbs and stuff in it, it's so good. I just really like it. And I put it on all kind of stuff. Get that seasoned salt off my fingers. Alright, put black pepper over there on his, and just let that cook just like that. I won't do anything else to his other than, of course, flip it. Put salt and pepper on these. I don't like to oversalt. And honestly, whenever you have blood pressure problems, you shouldn't be eating much salt. You shouldn't be eating pork. But this was already on the menu plan, and I'm going to eat it tonight. But starting next week, I think I'm going to start doing a little bit something different for myself whenever it comes to meals. Because I am thinking this is a blood pressure situation. Not positive, but I'm thinking it is. But I'm going to go ahead and mix up this sauce. I'm going to mix some up for us in this. And I'm not going to mix the same amount because I'm not cooking as many pork chops. And I'm going to do Selena's in this. Hopefully you saw that. Did I show you? Selena's in this, ours in this. And I have kind of memorized this whole entire recipe for these pork chops. It's super easy. And y'all, this right here is just like a jelly jar, mason jar. And I bought this thing. And yes, it has solidified, but honey does that. But I bought this little, you can't see it, but this little thing from Amazon, and I love it. And I'm not putting a lot of honey into either one of these things because you just don't need a lot. Because it's just sweet, sweet, sweet. And I know you can't see what I'm doing. You can just hear me in the background. Well, that sounded bad. it was the ketchup, I promise. I think I'm going to put a little bit of the gochujang in mine and Jeff's too. Just give it a little heat, a little bit more heat, it's fine. And I'm going to mix Selena's up. And I'm going to mix it first because, like I said, I put a little bit of that gochujang in ours. See, this is ours before I mix it. I didn't put a lot of ketchup. It's mostly the sweet and spicy sauce. But it does have some of the other. But what I'm going to do is let these get almost completely done. And then I'm going to turn it down on lower. And then I'm going to put the sauces on them. And then let them cook for a little bit with the sauce. Flip them, put sauce on that side. And then they'll be ready to eat. I think I might have them a little bit too high. But I'm going to go ahead and put this up and get the rice going. And I'll be back to show you some more of this craziness. It's time to flip all of these. And yes, you're going to hear the dishwasher going because that's happening. You know, dishes got to be washed. Get those cooked on that side. That one cooked on that side. I decided to go ahead and just put the green beans in a boiler because I'm just heating those up. They're just canned green beans. Okay, not a big deal. And I'm going to cover up, which I wish I would have covered up this before I got started because now my stove is all greasy poppy everywhere. I'm going to cover that up and let it cook through the rest of the way while these are cooking through with the sauce on them. But I am going to flip these one more time. So I've only flipped them. This is the second time. And now I'm going to put the sauce on. Selena always wants the smallest one. So I'm going to use that one for her. And just put the sauce on there. I'm not putting a lot. I am going to turn this down on a lower setting, but I'm not putting a lot on this side because this is the side that's going to be turned over in a few minutes anyway. And the whole reason I decided to go ahead and put the spicier stuff in mine and Jeff's is because I knew I was going to be using the same brush. So I figured why not. So I'm going to put a little bit of this over here on these. And I will be able to tell the difference because, I mean, look at the difference in the color. Hers is much darker than ours. But I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes. And then I will flip them and put the sauce on the top side. And, it'll soon be time to eat. But, well, after that's done. But for now, if I can sit that brush down without it making a mess, I'm going to put a lid on this too. And I don't have a lid to this pan, so we improvise. We just improvise. I'm just going to sit that down right there. Okay, so now it's time to do the other side. If you use a lid that is bigger than your pan, you're going to have water all over your stove. So remember that. It kind of came off and went on the underside. That one especially has some on it. But, okay, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and finish Selena's up. Get all that on there and just let it kind of sit on top. It's going to go on the bottom too. I already knew that. Now on the grill, it's different. And also on the grill, you need more of the, the sauce, than what you would need, because it's going to come off and get all on the bottom of the grill and all everything. But anyway, I'm going to let this cook a little bit more in that. And get everything else ready to go. And Selena and I are going to eat. The boys are at work. So I'm going to fix the boys, well, fix Noah a plate. And, no, I'm going to fix both of them a plate. Just fix them a plate and stick it in the refrigerator for them. Sometimes I go ahead and just make their work bowl. Okay, so this is how it turned out inside. Not exactly like outside, but we'll see. I don't know how it's going to taste. Hopefully it'll be good. There's the green beans, Noah's, and the rice pilaf. So there's supper. I've still got that on. I don't even know why. It's done. Need to turn it off. Okay, it's off. Back in the kitchen again. About to get dinner started, supper, dinner, whatever you want to call it. And I'm cooking Paisley's bacon ranch pasta, chicken bacon ranch pasta. I don't remember what she called it exactly. I just know that she cooked it. It looked good. I thought, oh, that sounds good. So I left her a comment because she didn't have a recipe. And then she just left me like a kind of a, here, let me see. She commented back and I printed it out. So I will link her channel down below for you guys to go check it out. And I'm not going to show you exactly how she did it because I don't have chicken breast. She used chicken breast. Also, I'm using a different type of pasta, and my chicken is a little bit frozen still, it looks like. So it won't be exactly like she did it, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to cook it for my family, and no, I'm not going to give you the exact recipe because, like I said, there isn't really an exact recipe. These are thighs. These are thighs that have been boned, deboned, deskinned, whatever. I don't know. They're still a little bit stuck together, even though they were thawing in the kitchen, or in the refrigerator. They're still a little bit frozen. I have Selena a pasta bake in the oven because she doesn't eat this. This is probably too much chicken, but that's okay. I am going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on it, but I'm not putting anything else on there. And before I do that, though, I'm going to wash my hands. I know I said I was going to put salt and pepper on this, but I'm not. I'm just going to put pepper because there's bacon going to be in it. There's the Alfredo sauce that's going to be in it. There's ranch seasoning, which I make my own ranch seasoning, that is going to be in it. So I'm not going to add any more salt. I'm going to let it be. And I think that'll be fine. I've got noodles already cooking because that's what she said, to cook the chicken and the noodles. This is what she said. She said, you know, I very rarely follow a recipe, LOL. I looked at several, then kind of winged it. I used a pound of chicken breast tenderloins, a box of pasta, a pack of dry ranch, real bacon pieces, a jar of Alfredo sauce, and shredded Parmesan. Now, whenever I did it, I didn't have a lot of Parmesan, so I put some mozzarella in there too, and it's good as well. But, you know, to each his own. You may not want that part. But since all of those things have salt, I'm just not going to add it. But I'm going to cook this through, and then I'm going to put it all together. I'm not going to show you, like I said, exactly how it's done because it's not my recipe, but I just needed some content. So here you go. I'll get back to you once this is done. And also, I think she had cut it up before she put it in her pan. I don't actually remember. It's been a little while. But I can tell you one thing. This is a good dish. The chicken is done, and I think I'm just going to kind of shred it up. I'm not going to worry about trying to cut it up any certain way. I'm just going to kind of shred it. I don't know how because it's hot. I just want to get this done. The noodles are actually hot as well, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting the things together that need to be in here. These are partially cooked. In fact, they're almost all the way cooked, but not completely. Now, as I said, I use ranch seasoning that I make, and I store it in the refrigerator. So if you make your own, which I do have a video of my ranch seasoning, if you make your own, 3 tablespoons, which is about what I had left. I'm not going to put any more than that, though. I had a little bit over 3. But 3 tablespoons is one of those packets, just in case you might want to know one day. Okay, she said she used a packet of bacon. I have the big pack. So I'm just going to put a good handful in there of the fully cooked bacon. It's real bacon. I'm just going to put that back in the bag because I don't want to deal with having to try to get it apart. And she used Parmesan cheese. I can't remember exactly how much she used, but I'll put about that much in there. The Alfredo I'm using is the Aldi Priano brand, and it's the 4-cheese Alfredo. And I'm going to put in some mozzarella because that was my addition to her dish. Just maybe, well, pretty good handful, but it's partially frozen and it's very cold on my hands. So I'm going to put these things back in the refrigerator. Kind of stir this around a little bit. Ooh, that was an awful noise. Alright, go ahead and put this in. And I am going to add just a little bit of water in this jar. I always do that with sauces. Just to get all of it out, I do that. Except pizza sauce, I don't really do that with. Every once in a while I do. But I add just maybe, you know, that much. Not much. Not even 1/4 of the jar, just to get all of that out. Let me make sure I have all the ingredients she said. Let's see, the chicken I'm going to put in soon. The pasta, the ranch, the bacon, Alfredo, and Parmesan. Yeah, that's all of it. And then you bake it at 350 is what I'm going to do it on for 30-40 minutes. I don't know exactly, but I'm going to put it in there. As soon as I get the chicken in, I'm going to put some foil over it and get it in the oven. And I'll show y'all what it looks like whenever it's done. But I am going to put the chicken in before I do that. I'm afraid I won't hit the camera once I start doing the chicken. And then on Saturday night, we had gone out for a late lunch, Jeff and I had, and then Noah was at work and Selena was at home. She didn't want to go with us. We had to go grocery shopping and stuff. I mean, who wants to do that? But anyway, we brought her back home some Taco Bell, which is gross to me, but she wanted it. And let's see, what we had Applebee's anyway, Jeff and I did. So we don't have any video of that. But that is all I have for this week. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different, and I know the 2 recipes that I shared with you are not my recipes. So I didn't actually share the recipes, but I will be linking those ladies below, and hopefully I will be able to find the exact video. I know I can for Fallon's. I'm not sure about Paisley's, but I hope I can. Either way, if you try either one of these recipes, you won't be disappointed. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload. Also, you can look at my meal prep video and see some things that I did for prepping for these meals, how that I did my bins and stuff. So I will link that one as well. Again, thank you for watching, and remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.